Slide that shows that map that's on the easel up there, that shows the overlay zones.
Yes.
All right, geographically on that map, where is the MAZ zoning district boundaries? How do they compare with those boundaries?
We kind of used the MAZ zoning district as a jumping off point because it's
Right.
there. We wanted to make sure it aligned as much as possible and still made sense. So I think the MAZ actually, it doesn't quite come all the way here, but it starts about here and it comes down. Now it follows most of this line here, I believe, once it catches up with, I think this is Cat Creek here, and then comes down. It does, it might cut in a little bit further north here than this line does. And then, of course, we took a good bit more in over here than the MAZ.
Right.
And that was based upon, in talking with base, there's a great deal of flight operations down here. We wanted to make sure that we cover that area because increasingly that seems to be an area that's used by the base.
All right, so I was just mainly curious with how it compared with the boundary of that green zone that's there, as I knew it would be at least somewhat close. The MAZ zoning, if I understand correctly, only exists within Lowndes County. And is the recommendation for Lowndes County to also consider this overlay district in addition to that, or possibly modify the zoning district boundary to include some of this, or is that discussion yet to be had with Lowndes County?
Well, I've been, Mr. Davenport, obviously from Lowndes County, the planning director, has been very involved in this, and we've worked to really try to make this the best possible document. But he's the chairman of our implementation committee, so he's looking at a bigger picture than just his normal Lowndes County hat. My feeling is, and this is just my opinion, that the MAZ is there, and I think for the most part, I've heard that there are some issues, but for the most part, that it's working relatively well. And as such, I don't necessarily anticipate that they're going to scrap the MAZ and pull this, especially since I purposely made this a little more streamlined and appropriate for some of the other more rural counties that don't have that administrative and enforcement capabilities Lowndes does. But there may be certain elements of it that may be enticing to Lowndes County, either from a additional or a streamlining perspective. So